That's a new experience.
Kind of makes you think it's going to be shallow or something, eh?
Yeah. Like I said, I've been coming here 13 years and you see something new every single
Yeah.
time you come up here. Wow. That's a very weird sensation.
Yeah, it is, and it just, I mean, we keep going through little ribbons of it. I just bob around here all day.
Hmm. If only it was your job.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully I can come back out tomorrow. Oh wait, that's right, I have to. It's my job. Awesome.
You're a very lucky guy.
I am,
As
yeah.
we all are, to be out here right now, actually. I feel quite blessed.
The rocks here too, eh? Cape Mary.
Yeah, the rocks, this is the Precambrian Churchillian quartzite rock that's part of the Canadian Shield. This is what I've learned over the years, and it's part of the stable geology of Canada. And we get, not all the time, but geologists coming up, they get very excited about the rocks in Churchill. They're very, very old rocks. And one of the great things is going for a walk during the safer times when it's not full in the midst of bear season, and you can go for a little walk. You can find tons of fossils out here. It's really neat. After the glaciers melted and they formed the inland sea, the Tyrrell Sea, I believe you call it, and in this area there's a ton of fossils from that era. It's really, really kind of cool.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Hmm.
I used to go at home in southern Alberta. My dad worked in the oil field, and I used to go out with him, and there'd be big berms and stuff when they're doing completions on well sites, and you go dig around in the rocks and stuff in the dirt that where they cleared away, and you could always find the little shells and fossilized
Awesome.
fish
Perfect,
and
yeah.
things like that. Yeah, it's neat.
Yeah, you go around the beaches, which is on the bay side as opposed to the riverside. We may find them on the riverside also, and look at the white rocks. They're more. I don't know the type of rock it is. Maybe a limestone or something like that, and you got tons and tons of fossils.
Really, it's
Yeah.
like I think it's called Tyndall, Manitoba. I think it's in Manitoba, and there's Tyndall stone, and it's real soft. It's white, kind of creamy color. It's got these veins running through it in spots, but it's filled with fossils as well, and they use it a lot. And you see it in old buildings. They cut big sheets of it and then hone it, and you'll see all the different fossils spread through it. It's really neat.
Yeah, a lot of homes in Winnipeg made with Tyndall stone.
They
and
do accents
some of
like
their
coining
public,
and the
yeah,
sills and trim stones and keystones, things like that.
yeah.
It's a cool rock. It's really, and it's only found in like Tyndall, Manitoba, as far as I know. So
Yeah.
What's the name of the fossil that is like a big spiral?
Oh,
Is it cenobites, halobites, trilobites?
trilobites are the they look sort of like a
It's not
a
trilobite.
sow bug.
No, they're like
Yeah.
a woodlouse or something like that.
Yeah,
This
they've
is,
got
the circular.
oh
one that
shoot.
is like
It's like a nautilus shape.
yes,
But
it is like an nautilus shape.
yeah.
The largest ever fossil of this creature that I can't remember the name of was found in Churchill, the world's largest.
Interesting.
Yeah, well over a metre.
So it's just like a giant snail, basically, a snail shell.
Pretty much.
But I can't remember the specific name of it. Yeah.
Cephalopod. I can't remember.
all the mosquitoes. They've
But if you ever
discovered
get a
our
chance when you
location.
come up to Churchill and you're having a look around what was once known as the Eskimo Museum, this is now known as the Tanisak. You can see a copy of that fossil. It's actually, I believe, North America's largest collection of Inuit art in the museum here. It's well worth a visit. It's have some great gifts in there as well. Something to take home for the family.
I'll just just mention it now before I forget. We'll be heading out, I guess, tomorrow at 6 a.m. instead of 5 a.m. Just
extra hours sleep,
cam offs.
fantastic.
Yeah. Still it's crazy, super early. I'm sure we might still be the only people out on the water, hopefully, and the conditions are going to be close to this, I'm hoping. But yeah, so 6 a.m. Central Time is when we'll be back out on the water tomorrow. And I'll make sure once we're back that I post that on the forum.
So Central Time, for those of us who are in Europe, that doesn't always translate so well for us. So what time is it now?
Here?
Yeah.
Right here it's 20 after 8.
So 20 after
PM.
8 in the evening. So for those of you in the UK, if you're lucky enough to be listening from the UK, it's going to be roughly 3 o'clock in the morning right now.
Oh, really?
So that's pretty late if you're
So
staying
yeah,
up.
we might be catching them in the morning then.
So tomorrow for you in the morning, it's going to be mid-afternoon. So I'll see you then.
It feels like we're not even moving right now.
Are we moving?
No.
We're just idling still, so we're pretty much matching the speed.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that the water's heading back out, and we're kind of, yeah, it's like we're anchored right now. It's weird. We can see these ribbons here. This
It's quite
where the
bizarre.
water was getting stirred up. It's almost, I think, actually, maybe we're even moving a little bit backwards. We're getting a few good photos and stuff, so even though, yeah, thanks Indie Dunes, we appreciate you guys listening. It's been, yeah, a quiet day, but it'd be totally different if it was this quiet and the weather was windy or rainy or anything like that, but it's been a gorgeous day to be out on the water, regardless if there's been lots of whale action or not.
Oh, well, for me, for my first time on the river this year, it's been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it.
We've seen adults, seen babies, we've
Yeah.
seen, what do you call it when they put their nose out of the water? A spy hop. A spy hop. Yeah, a spy hop. We've got to see one of those, and some flippers, some fins. That's been pretty neat. And big bubbles when they come next year. I've had a wonderful day.
I think you're gonna really love the one of the GoPro plunges. There was a calf, a newborn in that group, so I really hope you get that.
Oh, thanks very much.
Yeah, so again, we'll try to get some photos up here on the forum, but in case not, yeah, Simon, yours is Canuck Images on Instagram at Canuck Images. I'll see
CANUKimages.com.
I'll see if I can smarten up a little bit and get a couple of photos up too. And mine is Out of Range, spelled with 2 zeros. And Meg, what was your handle again, in case people want to check it out?
I'll have to remind myself here. Just give me a sec.
But yeah, no, it's also too, I was going to mention, we're going to, in case of bad weather, if there's a reason, say we have a guest booked or something and we're unable to make it out on the river, we still would like to get some content. And look at this water moving now. Like we're not
Wow, we're not actually moving.
like look at the rocks on the shore. We're just staying perfectly still, and we're not idling anymore. I'm giving a little bit of gas. That's crazy. So yeah, maybe we should beetle in here. But yeah, so we're gonna get some Facebook Live going on. So yeah, in case we can't make it out on the river, and if we have a guest that's only able to come out one day, and we still want to get some content, and we'd appreciate if you guys still kind of tuned in. So we'll do our best to get something out there. So yeah, we'll be doing Facebook Live. I got a Facebook account I just started up for that purpose, and it'll be Out of Range on Facebook. So check it out, and yeah, if there's just crappy weather, maybe you can see us on there. So some of you might have tuned in a few times when we're getting the boat back into launch and getting off the water. And the other day, so you can see just how fast the water's rushing out of the bay. And by the time I get up and get the trailer back in the water, it's already gone out enough where sometimes it's difficult to get the boat pushed out. Gives you an idea of just how fast the water's rushing out. Oh, sorry. Oh, here.
I got so many.
Oh,
now.
it's the trilobite. Trilobite?
Trilobite. Thank you very much. Yes, it's a
Thanks,
trilobite.
Cloud.
Yeah.
And also, we had a question for you.
Yeah.
In the extremes of Churchill, like the weather, what are tips or tricks you have when you're trying to take photographs?
What's the
Like dealing with the extreme climate here in Churchill, do you have any tips or tricks?
well, the question was how to take photographs in extreme cold weather. I guess firstly is, to protect your equipment, you really need to let your lenses, your glassware and camera adjust to the temperature. Like leave it in your camera bag, leave it outside, and so it adjusts. Not with your batteries.
Oh, it does. It'll fog up or whatever.
Yeah, and that's gonna go also for when you bring it inside. Like put it into a plastic bag, let it adjust, even if it's overnight.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just leave your camera out there.
I had to do that this winter too.
Really, I haven't had a problem myself with cameras freezing up, and I've left them out all night in -40. The batteries are dead for sure by morning time.
Yeah.
But the cameras itself, you just let it naturally warm up, put it in a plastic bag, don't let any moisture get into it, and you should be good to go.
I left mine on the sled all the time just because I didn't want to bring it back in. And
yeah.
Same thing for rifles. You don't ever want to bring your rifle.
Exactly.
And,
same as a rifle, shotgun.
And if you do bring it in, then man, the mosquitoes are chowing down on my back.
Yeah.
Make sure you have it. It's not in its case, right? You want to take it out of its case, so otherwise it'll just turn to a brick of frost.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. We used to leave our guns out all the time. As long as there's no moisture in them initially, then you're good to go.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks for the question.
Yeah. Any more? Just fire them through.
That question came from Indy Dunes. All right, we're beating the current here now.
And beating the bugs.
Yeah, yeah, they're...
Slap your foot, your head. There's tons.
Chomping down on me there.
Keep going.
Really?
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, they're trying to
like 50
seek refuge in my clothing and on my hat. Thanks everybody for checking us out today. It was kind of a different sort of day out on the river, but I really enjoyed it. Some sticks in the water, eh?
Just drinking away.
bring live cameras of animals all over the world. Yeah. So Tyron here is going to be on the boat for the summer. Hi there. Good, how are you? Good night out there.
What's that?
Good night out there.
Yeah, beautiful. Huh? What? I know. Beautiful day out here. If you could do something about these bugs though, I'll be having a better day. They like my sweet English blood. I'll be waiting. I don't think my little global thing works. I bought, yeah, it just not when the boat